originally a protest song.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can't turn this political. It's a tech savvy class.
Here we go.
All right, we are live streaming now.
Oh, we got to behave.
Gotta
You have to
behave.
behave, Martin.
Stand up, Amy.
Don't make me be bad, Martin.
I'll be good.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'm impressed how many people beat me to class this morning.
Yeah.
My alarm must be off. How is everyone this morning?
Good morning. Yeah.
I'm okay, Betsy, but I have a fast question for you.
Okay.
Maria tried yesterday, and I think it was last week, but I don't remember. You can see me, right?
Yeah, I can
Yep.
Oh
see you.
But I can't see me.
Yeah, you're right here.
Oh my God. Never mind. It wasn't that, yesterday we couldn't find it at all. Thank you. Thank you, Bob.
That was a fast question. And Bob is now taking over the class today. Y'all don't need me, you got Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Thank you,
Good
Bob.
morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back, Bob. Welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, so let's do quick reminder. I sent an email out for everyone to know about the event. Terry, you got to help me out. The event in December, that is the Showcase of Talents for Joy. And if you're in the Keys or going to be in the Keys, then one, you should definitely attend. And two, they're looking for people to have fun and participate. So there's going to be dance and music, and you make it up pretty much. They have a whole host of things happening.
Line dance, ukulele and line dancing combined. And the Greek class that they have right now, they're having for some people to prepare for the program is like Greek line dancing, like you feel like you need to break plates and you spit it over.
That sounds like fun.
Unbelievable, but it's beautiful. And with belly dancing also, they were doing hula hoops the other day. They made hula hoops and then used them in their dancing.
Wow.
And everyone's laughing about their waists. They said they hadn't had waists in a long time from anything other than.
All right. And then the other thing is to remember that Joy is run entirely on donations and support of participants. So we hope that you give Joy some joy as well. That's it.
Read your newsletter. It's very interesting.
Oh, and like us on Facebook and go to the new website. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Enough of that business. Kathy, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. All right, so we are talking about scams and cookies. So I think what we're going to do is start with scams. And Terry, if you can, you ran through it pretty quickly last week. Just do a condensed version of what actually happened with your credit card.
Okay. I bought online, but I had done it the way that Betsy had taught us, that to go to the name. I see the cutest shirt I've ever seen, but don't buy it there on Facebook or Instagram. Go to the company that makes it and sells it through, sells it to you from there. And did all that correctly and didn't think much more of it. And I was looking for something on my bank balance, the payment had come out, and I see this charge for like, I don't have it in front of me, $3.45 or something, under $4. And it said Spearmint, and it's a women's underwear company.
Terry, the details of that don't matter.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I got anyway, I saw it on the bill coming out of my credit card, and I thought, oh, maybe I didn't pay enough for that, whatever it was. I thought nothing of it. And I saw it again and realized that somehow they had gotten access to get money taken out of my account, to get money paid to them through my credit card. And I got in touch with my credit card and with my bank. And it was resolved, and I was told to change every password I had anytime. But look out for these things. I know most people are more careful than I am because it's I know exactly, I keep by looking at the bank, I'm like usually on top of it, but I guess when I saw $3 or $4, it didn't occur to me until I saw it again. And I thought I was a pretty observant person. And it followed all kinds of rules I don't know what they call it. I call it looked into. They don't really give it a name to what they do after this information comes.
But actually, you should pay more attention to the itty bitty charges. Why would you charge $1.99 or $3 on your credit card? That's a clue right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Been there, done that.
Except if you're 15.
Say that again?
Except if you're 15.
Oh. But you're not, so.
I'm thinking my grandson. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so what Carlene said is exactly right, that it is extremely important to pay attention to the small charges. So on my credit cards, I have alerts so that when they're used, I get notification. And if you're not doing that with every single credit card, I want you to do that as soon as we're out of class. Okay. Is there, does everyone do that already?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody does it. Good. Okay. Betty, you do it? Amy?
I
Yes.
had been, but I have not recently with one card. I check it frequently, but I
Okay.
probably should go back and do it.
Yeah. Frequently won't cut it because you're not on their time frame. When people are scamming you, you're not on their time frame. So by getting an alert, it's real simple. You just set it up so that it shows up on your phone, either as a text or an email. I like text because I'm going to see that much faster than I'm going to see an email. I might not see an email till tomorrow and it's too late. So just make sure that you set it up so that you know, and make it for any amount. I used to have it where it was a $25 limit. I'm like, oh, 25, no, any amount, because it's those little ones, like Carlene said, that are really the critical ones. Because if you know you didn't spend $1.99 on something with your credit card because you would be more apt to use cash for something like that, then that's a big red flag. Linda.
Could you recap what Terry said? Because I didn't really get what happened.
I'm going to go to her email. Make it real easy.
Oops.
Maybe just back up. All right.
I got so excited. I started telling so many stories.
I know you get into the whole thing. So let me just find your email.
Morning, everybody.
Here it is. All right. And share screen. Let me minimize this. Okay, so this is from Shapermint. You have $10 in unused credits. They expire, so spend them now with this code. Now, here's the code. Here's the website. And did you click on that?
No.
Okay, good. And so Terry says she was trying to explain in class, $3.95 each month withdrawn, and went to Shapermint. So basically, where she bought it, and you said you went through the Shapermint itself, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go there.
Who knows what that is, though? You know what I mean? It could be 6 companies that just send stuff from China. I mean,
All right, so Here is shapermint.com. And there's login, create an account. So it looks like a normal kind of website. If I go here to these three little dots, it talks a little bit about, okay, so excuse me, clicking on those three dots is going to give you the source of who this is. Tells you who the company is actually. Favorite World, an online retailer, has received criticism regarding its customer service and subscription model, with allocations of unauthorized enrollment and difficult cancellation. They follow a class action lawsuit alleging violations of the California automatic renewal law.
Turn it off and turn it back
I
on.
did. I did like 3 times. Maybe I'll ask them, maybe he can figure it out.
So right then and there is an opportunity to get a little bit more information. Okay. So what Terry did, she saw it on social media first and she went, oh, right. I'm supposed to go directly to the company. That's going to keep me safer. Kudos to that. That is absolutely right. She got the first step. And then when we look at that company, it doesn't look, I don't have any warning flags, let me go back to it again to that where the actual search was for Shapermint. So up top here, I've got no warning flags. It looks pretty normal to me. And again, so here's this information. But if I scroll down, I'm going to close that for a minute. If I just scroll down, I often like to see what else does it say. So what kind of things have other people asked about it? How do I cancel my Shapermint membership? And I often scroll down. In fact, I always scroll down because it used to be at the top, it would say it was a sponsored ad, which meant that they were paying Google to get at the top of the page. And I
Right.
find those less and less now. And I know that there was the big lawsuit about it, and I'm not sure if it got where it stands with the lawsuit, but I noticed less sponsored ads, but not entirely no sponsored ads. I have found some sponsored searches, not ads. Sorry. So at the top here, okay, and then I'm going to scroll down because I'm still deciding if I want to do business with this company. And I look and see what other people are asking. So this one gets my attention. How do I cancel my membership? And I'm like, a membership to a bra club? What? Yeah. So scroll down, manage, and scroll down some more. It tells you how to cancel it. Customer support. There's a whole bunch of stuff on how to cancel it, which is kind of funny. I just wanted to, buy a piece of underwear. And then it talks here that sidebar that we had about Shapermint, and there's the stuff about the California lawsuit. And let's scroll down a little bit more. Where are they sold? And that's it. There is not a whole lot about it. They have a Facebook, no, see, yeah, they have a Facebook page, apparently. Don't know if that's actually by the company or by somebody who's just a big fan. You can buy them at Walmart. That might be a different way to go about this. Just answer, how do I cancel? So again, it's like, wow, okay. And then what's the go with Shapermint on Reddit? So I don't have Reddit, my husband does. And because it's just one more thing. But oftentimes you can get in and you can read something and it's like, this gets my attention too. I pulled the trigger with the order, having deep regret since I was overcharged and my order hasn't moved for over and whatever, I won't even go into it. So lots of red flags. So just taking what Terry did to protect herself and going one step further, don't click the top of the page. Scroll down a little bit and see what chatter is going on about it, because we live in an age, for better or for worse, that people think their opinions matter. And honestly, in some cases, I'm like, you know what? I don't really care what somebody else thinks about, this bra. Really don't. I care what my friends think about this bra, but or this car or this, cereal or this yogurt brand. It doesn't matter what it is. But if you're going to shop online and it's a company that you've never done business before, it will behoove you to do some diligence. And it didn't take me long to look and see, might be some funny little things there. In retrospect, if I decided after reading those things that I really still wanted that product, honestly, I would probably buy it through Walmart. I would buy it through a third party because it's going to afford me another layer of protection. If I buy it through Walmart, which, isn't a great company either, but at least they have, are not well known for their scams, then Walmart is going to protect me a little bit. If I don't like it, whatever it is, I literally can take it back to the store, even if I bought it online, and they'll take it back. So giving yourself, some protection with that. Thankfully, the credit card company helped Terry and resolved her problem.
And I realize now that must be why that was something they knew, like that same pattern has been called, has maybe more people that wrote those comments in there.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
So,
It was just, I guess I'm really embarrassed because of not looking at that first time at the bank account.
yeah.
I'd been away so much of the summer into September that it was kind of different because I was, a lot of times I was even up, because in Saratoga we were there for a longer time, but I was getting like all kinds of things to my address where I was renting from. Like it's just something really weird, like it was like old fashioned getting your address on something, but also online. It was like just very strange. And I went through and it was something through Google or something with my phone. I couldn't figure that out. I turned it off and left it off. I got Apple Help and it left. So
Okay. Has anybody else had any problems with purchasing something online and then getting overcharged, not getting what you wanted, not getting it at all?
I've gone through Amazon and they're usually pretty good. Amazon seems to stand by what they're selling. I've had a good experience anyway.
Okay.
Amazon also has a lot of comments from people if they have problems. So that's where I go to look for.
Yeah. Yeah,
Problems.
Amazon runs a
Yeah.
pretty good show. Yeah.
And all companies do, just so you know.
Yeah.
All companies, when you're going to buy something, it is there for you to peruse and see what do other customers think about this particular thing. And the other thing is, in today's commerce, we have so many options. I mean, it's ridiculous how many options we have to buy whatever it is we want, need, or desire. We don't have to wait very long for it. And those come at a cost. If you purchase something in your local town where you're supporting your local people, where the money circles around in your community and keeps your community enriched, and you're at a store and you can touch it, feel it, try it on, whatever, there's some real benefit to that, versus something that was not brought to you in that way. And I think that there's with online commerce, there is just a huge amount of ability for the type of thing that Terry was dealing with. Scams for sure, but also just the matter of fact that we don't read what's in front of us very well. There will be details and you want it now. And we're used to, I want it now. And so we're not necessarily going to read all of that fine print and go, oh, if I don't uncheck this box, I'm signing up for a subscription. And that's, that's sounds like, because I wasn't in there, but it sounds to me like a real easy way for that company to make that happen. You have to do something for a negative effect where boxes are automatically checked and oh, now I'm signed up for a subscription to this or a membership, Um, with Amazon and Walmart, you can have a membership and that gives you perks and they cost a variety of different amounts for memberships from 60 to whatever dollars a year. And it's like, oh, okay. And think about it, oh, okay, I'm going to get, let's just say I'm going to get a Walmart membership and it's going to give me the perks of if I'm in the store, I get to just scan and go with my stuff. I don't have to go through a line. I get perks on shipping. I get perks on availability of stuff. I get all kinds of perks, and it only costs me $60 a year, which I don't have, but as an example. But here's the thing, Walmart just got $60 of mine for nothing. Literally nothing. They did nothing to get that $60. They gave me a feel good for it. And same thing with Prime, it's like, oh, I got a Prime, I got all these perks and it only cost me this much money and I use it all the time and it's valuable to me. But literally they once they set up the system to make that happen, it costs them very little to get that subscription. If you go to your local bookstore, they don't have a subscription service where you pay them just to walk in the door. And that's kind of what it is. So it's interesting to me how e-commerce has evolved to convince people that you give me money and I promise to be nicer to you. It's kind of like that. I'm going to be nicer. I'm going to make customer service really easy for you, or I'm going to do this. But once they have it set up, it doesn't cost them anything to run it that way. And so it's real easy to have e-commerce where we're just buying that way. Now, when you look at like Terry did with the online, she saw it. Did you see it on Facebook?
Instagram, because that,
Okay.
I remember that I said.
And it's not just, in social media. You don't have to be on social media to be bombarded with all kinds of advertising and ways to shop online. Some you can get rid of and some you can't get rid of, and you're just kind of stuck training your eyes to ignore them. So we're going to look at cookies now because that's leads into that, cookies and ad blockers. So first question is, and Amy and Carlene, you can just shout it out because I can't see your hands. How many people use an ad blocker? Oh, and Andy too. I can't see his face.
I'd like to, but I don't know how to get it.
Okay. Anybody use one?
No.
I don't think so.
So
Okay. All right. Has anybody changed their cookie settings to tighten up the trail?
Not recently.
Okay. All right. And I see scrunchy faces from everybody else, so I'm
No.
going to assume no. All right. So I'm going to go to my settings. And well, we can just go to where we were on the search. We can go right from there. So we're going to do it through Google. Let me grab Scott's, because I know we have folks who are using a variety. All right, so let's see. And hang on, I'm just pulling up his Safari. There we go. And this will be a challenge for me because on his okay. All right. Sadly, I won't be able to pull it up so you can see it full screen here. We're going to start with this. Excuse me. All right. So, Scott's iPad. Let me get to where. Right here. So I'm in Safari And right there, that little, it's a rectangle with some lines under it. And to me, that means, oh, there's more information here. So when I tap on that, I get hide distracting items. Okay. Huh. And it says Safari intelligently displays summaries, previews, and suggestions from the web, nearby locations, and more. So I can, it says you can adjust it in settings, and right there you've got the big blue button. And so I can turn on the opportunity to hide distracting things, or I can say not now. Or I can tap the little blue thing that says learn more. And so then I get this whole article on Safari and privacy. So rather than try and dangle this in front, I'm just going to read it to you. It says Safari is designed to protect your information and enable you to choose what you share. So use Safari settings to remove and block data that websites can use to track you in Safari. That's what cookies are, right? To use, go to settings. To view these preferences, go to settings, go to apps, and go to Safari. Prevent cross-site tracking. Some websites use third-party content providers. A third-party content provider can track you across websites to advertise products and services. With this option turned on, tracking data is periodically deleted unless you visit a third-party content provider. Then we also have hide IP address. Intelligent tracking prevention helps protect you from unwanted tracking by using on-device machine learning, AI, to stop trackers while allowing websites to function normally. Because oftentimes, if you tighten your cookie settings, and they're calling it trackers, but it's cookies. When you tighten your cookie settings, some websites won't work as well. Or it will say, you can't open this because you've blocked trackers. And they're like, this is the cost of getting into this website. Oftentimes it's, I have found this like going through the state of Florida, Social Security or DHS, some of the government websites, they don't allow you to restrict any of that. They need to collect the data on where you went and how you got there for whatever reason. So it's not for commerce reasons always. It's not always for commerce reasons, but I have found oftentimes that it is more state or government websites that won't allow you to turn them off. It says hide IP address, that's the title of it, enhances intelligent tracking prevention by sending some of your web traffic through two separate relays operated by different entities. The first knows your internet protocol address, that's your IP address, but not the website you're visiting. The second knows the website you're visiting, but not your IP address, instead providing a generalized identity and location to the designation website. That way, no single entity has the information to identify both you and the sites you visit. You can choose to send certain traffic through the relay architecture. So basically, it's saying that it's giving you an opportunity to have sort of a low-level VPN, virtual protocol network, where think back to crime shows where they go, well, where's the criminal now? And they're like, I don't know. It's dinging all over the world, and I can't figure out. Oh, they're in a cafe in Belarus, So, that's literally what it's saying, is that it allows you to do this. So again, you would go to settings, apps, Safari, hide IP address, and tapping trackers only. And then you can turn it off or on from there. There's also an opportunity for a fraudulent website warning. When you enable that, Safari tells you if a website that you are visiting is suspected of phishing, and that's PHISHING, is a fraudulent attempt to steal your personal data, such as usernames, passwords, and account information. So this goes on and on. I will try and find the link to this and send it to you, because I can't do it from his website because it's from his iPad because it's just a pop-up here. You can, and there's this, it's a really great article. It talks about private browsing, goes into website translation, so, and web extensions, which I'm not a fan of. Goes into iCloud syncing. So this is called Safari and privacy. So let me just write this down.
Are you using a pencil and paper?
Yeah. Because I don't want to mess
Very
with this
good.
thing.
That's so retro.
I know, I know. All right, so, and how did I get there? I'm going to go back to what I did from the start. I'm on the iPad. I'm on Safari. I'm looking at the very top where that little icon is, and I tap to that icon. And there it gave me a little pop-up window where I started to read, turn it on or turn it off. But I like the learn more part because I learned a whole lot more. And it gave me a lot of options in that. So, Martin,
It's maybe rather late in the conversation to ask, what exactly is Safari? Is that a search engine or?
oh, Safari is the browser that you use when you use Apple.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Thank you very much.
Okay, you use Apple, don't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So, what do you use when you are going to a website?
I just click on, I don't know what I use. I just turn on the TV. My wife gets into this stuff, you know.
Okay, well,
I'm just curious.
I'm proud of you for being here in the class.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Always learning. That's
yeah,
wonderful.
yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Let me just browsers. Okay, so just to go on a Martin sidebar for a second, because I love when you ask questions because you're not the only person to ask the question, you're just the brave one to ask the question.
Yeah.
People are like, I don't know, I'm gonna sound
Well,
like
yeah,
okay, so if we look at right here,
yeah,
this little square here,
yeah,
what
got
I
it.
did was I did a search for browser icons.
All right.
So when you are going to go on the internet, there are a variety of ways we go onto the internet, and here are some of them. I can't recognize all of them, but I can recognize a bunch of them. So this one
Okay.
here that looks like a compass, that's Safari.
Ah, got it.
So
Okay. I
if you
think,
click on a button that looks like that,
yeah,
you are browsing the internet on Safari.
okay.
If you go on this one, you're going on Google Chrome.
All right, got it.
Okay. You
Okay.
go on this one, it's Microsoft Edge.
Yeah, that's the one I use. All right.
Okay, so you use Microsoft Edge. Okay. This one is Firefox.
Yep.
I kind of want to know what the squirrel one is. Anybody know what the squirrel is?
I don't know.
Uh-uh.
Oh, I'm gonna have to delve into that one. This one is Brave. I have used this one. That one is a VPN. So that one is a very tight security, protect you from wherever you go. Nobody's gonna see it. All right, let's look at this one because this one has some more. I just want to make this a little bit bigger. Go away. Okay. This one is DuckDuckGo, the little ducky there. Um,
Okay.
Anybody recognize any of these others?
No.
Yeah, but browser icon is the punch in words, right? So you want to get on that and then you can load these icons right onto your computer, I take it, correct?
No, 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 no. I'm just showing you so we can talk about what browsers are.
Okay.
So when you you're not loading an icon when you're going to go, let's see, how do I describe this? If I go here and I say I want to get DuckDuckGo, I just started typing duck and you can
Yeah.
see it came up, right?
Yeah, it'll
So
pop up.
I go to it and there's the website for DuckDuckGo and I click on it.
Okay.
Okay. And now here's the action I have to take if I want to use DuckDuckGo.
Got it. Okay.
Get our free browser for more privacy. So
Yeah.
switch to DuckDuckGo. It's private and it's free. And so I would have to click the download to
Yep.
put this program onto my computer and then use the internet through the window of DuckDuckGo.
Got it. Thank
Okay.
you. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Now it's starting to click in,
Good.
finally.
Okay.
It's
So
like digging through cement, you know? It's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to type in Edge, which actually should,
Yeah.
I've removed it from my computer, but
Right.
so here we know that Edge is a Microsoft product. And
Right.
so where it says download Edge, I'm just going to click on it. Okay. Data breach warning. No, I'm not going to scan now. Okay. So see, it is installed, so I don't really need it.
Right.
No, interesting. Can you see the pop-up that showed up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Microsoft data breach warning. So I have Malwarebytes on my computer. Thank you, Linda Pollock. And Malwarebytes is my virus protection. And a pop-up came up that said Microsoft Edge had been breached. Kind of interesting.
Uh-huh.
So if I didn't have Edge on my device, then it would have given me an opportunity to install it. But because I'm using a Microsoft run computer, it already comes with Edge and it's part of it, which is probably why you use Edge. It came with
Yes.
the computer you got. And so
Yes.
now it's saying open Edge. Now it says continue to download. I could download it today if I wanted to. I don't want to. Here's the other thing. If I want to do, so my phone and most of our phones, if they are Android phones, they all run by Google Chrome. If I decide, well, I'm Edge at home, I want to be Edge on my phone and I don't want to deal with Google, right here, little QR code, I could scan that with my phone and put the Edge mobile app on my phone as well.
Ah, what do you know? Okay.
But I can also go to the Google Play Store and download it.
Uh-huh.
So, here it is. It says, this is what you would normally see. Browse Edge across all of your devices. And then it says download for Windows. Okay, so if you don't already have it, but you do, this is where you would get it. Same thing with any of those other icons that I was showing you. Those are all going to be something that I can go and, okay, so we've got Internet Explorer. That's the version pre-Edge. I've got Firefox. So when you're going to go onto the internet, you have to go through some kind of vehicle, and that vehicle is the browser program that you're using.
Got it.
Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Safari, whatever.
Got it.
That was a great question. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. All right, great.
So now we know where all of that is. What we're going to do is we are going to go to, let's see, let's change. Yeah, you can't change that one. We won't change that one. Let's go to here. I'm going to go to this one and I'm going to go to my Google account and manage my Google account. So I'm going to look here and I'm going to see, all right, security, data and privacy. I know that there's tons and tons of information here on what I want to do, but I want to just make that easier. And I'm going to type in cookies. Okay. So, because I don't want to go through all these articles right now. I'm kind of in a hurry and I just want to manage my cookies. Okay. So here it goes. I just put in cookies, clear cache and cookies, turn cookies on and off, delete, allow, and manage. Okay. Access and control activity. So let's start with clear cache and cookies. We're going to look at that and see what does that exactly mean. I know what it means, but I'm going there so you know that you can learn this in great detail. So when you use a browser like Chrome, like DuckDuckGo, well, not DuckDuckGo, one of the ones that does track you, it saves information on little cookie crumbs. Okay. Clearing them can fix certain problems like loading or formatting issues on some sites. Now, here's the problem, which it's not going to tell you. In Chrome, and just translate Chrome for in Edge or in Safari or in whatever you're using, might be a slightly different process, but your browser is going to tell you how to do this with the one you're using. So just take it for what it is right now. It's all similar process. You're going to go to Open Chrome. At the top right, click More, the three little dots, and you're going to say Delete Browsing Data. Then you choose a time range, like delete it for the last hour or all time. Select the types of information you want to remove, and then click Delete Data. If you delete cookies while signed into Chrome, you won't be signed out of your Google account. It says clear browsing data, learn Chrome actions to complete tasks. So this is all of that. Now, down below it says in other browsers, check its support site for instructions. Okay. What happens after you clear it? Some settings on sites will get deleted. If you're signed in, it will sign you out and you'll need to sign back in again. If you're synced with Chrome, you'll stay into your Google account, but it will, you're syncing, if you turn sync on Chrome, you'll stay signed into Google account that you're syncing in order to delete your access across all devices. So if I clear my cookies in the computer that I'm talking to you from, then it's also going to be cleared from my Google Pixel tablet and my phone because I have Chrome synced. So that means that I don't have to go and change it in each one. It's all going to happen. And Cache remembers the pages you went, your likes, opens them faster on your next visit, so forth and so on. The important thing to remember, and I wasn't sharing that. You couldn't see that, could you? Could you see that?
No.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. Yell at me when I'm doing that. Excuse me. All right. Sorry. Super dry here. All right, this is where I was. Sorry. Let me go out because you couldn't see where I was. I went to my Google account with great hard helping hands. I typed in, I'm at home. I didn't want to look at all this. I just typed in cookies, clicked on that. Still not okay here. And there was the little article I just read to you. Android, iPhone, and iPad, here's how to do it in each of them. In the Chrome app, and it shows you there, an iPhone and iPad, same thing here. The important thing to remember when you're deleting your browsing data is that sites that you went to in the past are not going to maybe load as fast because it's not going to recognize you. Cookies actually help you get to where you were previously. It saves your preferences. If there's a website that you go to and there's lots of settings that you can tweak to make it the way you like to look at it, it's not going to save those. It's not going to remember you. You're going to have to log back in again. So if you normally, let's see, I don't know, play Wordle or play Words with Friends, playing any kind of game. If you delete your browsing history, you may be signed out of all of those. So then it goes back to are you using a password manager to make it easy for you to sign back into things? Or is that going to make it really complicated for you? Because now everywhere you go, you're going to have to sign back in because you've deleted your cookies. Why would you want to delete your cookies, you ask? Like it said in that article, sometimes it makes it much, much faster because things can get, excess data can sort of clog things up. And so if you clear them from the device, and that's what you're doing is you're clearing your browsing history, both from your device and from, let's see, how do I explain this? When you're on the internet and you don't have your cookies and your tracking minimalized, it means that it's going to track everything. And that's why we call them cookies, because it literally leaves cookie crumbs. It leaves data crumbs of where you went. So like Hansel and Gretel, they can find their way back, right? With these cookie crumbs, making it easier to find that path through the woods of where you were. You delete them all. Now you don't have a path and you have to recreate that navigational path to that particular website. So cookies are very helpful. They also do slow things down or track you where you might not want to be tracked. They also target you for all of these ads and these enticements to look here, look here, look here, do this, buy this. And so when you're not minimizing those cookie crumbs, that also means while you can find your way to a place easier, a place be on the internet, places find you easier. And that's how they find you. There's nothing nefarious about it. It's well known and accepted. It says, Amy's gonna bake us all some cookies now. It says when you go into websites now, thanks to Europe, who said, we don't want to be tracked all the time, so we're gonna make you tell us when you're tracking us. And it was a great wake-up call to the rest of us, like, oh yeah, okay, so now every time I open up a new website, it says it's using cookies to go there. And so you're all familiar. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. When you go to a new website and there's a pop-up at the bottom, it says we use cookies, accept or not. If you say not, and you don't do it in settings, then you literally can't go to the website. But the ones that I like and appreciate even more are the ones that give me the option to change the settings. And I think that's way more honest because it says, look, we have strictly necessary. These are cookies that are non-negotiable. If you want to go to our website, we're going to use these and you have to accept it or you can't go to our website. And so you go, okay. But they say, but you can turn off this, this, and this. Targeting, functional. And you go, okay, I don't need all that. Strictly necessary. So you turn the other ones off and it's like, okay, now I can go in. Or if you say, no, I decline, you don't get to go to the website. So it's a choice. But on the other hand, you can change your cookie settings. So now we're going to go back to where we were. We were looking at how to clear cookie data and the cache. Let me move this. The next one down is turn cookies off. And then it's going to tell me exactly how to do that. So if you, wrong bar. And it tells you what it does. Keeps you signed in, remembers your site preferences. And there are two different kinds. First party, created by the site that you're visiting, and the site that's in the address bar. And you can learn more about on-device site data. And there's third-party cookies where they embed the content, images, ads, text from other sites. Any of these sites can save cookies and other data. So oftentimes when you decline third-party cookies, you're saying, nope, I just want to go to this website, your website, and you've got stuff that I want. And so that's first-party cookies. Fine, I accept your cookies, but I'm not going to allow you to put these on. Now, here's the thing. They make money from those. That's why that exists, right? So let's say I'm going to, I don't know, a retailer. Let's say I go to Macy's, and Macy's allows MasterCard and Visa to have ads on their website. Well, MasterCard and Visa are paying Macy's to have that ad content there. Maybe it's not so blatant. Maybe it's not, oh, an ad. Oh, there's a pop-up. Oh, okay, credit card, close the little X and get out of it. No, maybe it's just that it's leaving you a cookie crumb. And so now you're going to be getting offers from my MasterCard or Visa because Macy's said, well, we've got third-party cookies, and that trail led you to MasterCard to know that you like to shop at Macy's. And so the MasterCard gets that information, they pay for it. They pay to know how many of their customers are using MasterCard or want to use MasterCard. So right here it says you can block or allow third-party cookies by default, and then there's the instructions on how to do it. So it's in more again, and in settings, and we're in privacy and security. So we're going to go there. I just want you to know, and it says in other browsers, do the same thing. Check your support. And it tells you how to fix any problems with it. So now that you know where to find the information on how you're going to do it, we're going to go up here. So I'm in my browser, right? I'm in Chrome. There's my account that I'm signed into, which is a different account than this one. But I'm going to go to those three little dots, the more, and I am going to go, where are we? For settings. It's all the way down at the bottom. So I'm going to go back out here. I'm going to go to my three dots. Are you all with me?
Yeah, $3, $3. Yeah, go ahead.
Three dots.
Yes.
Click that, and it opens up a menu. But notice I've got to go all the way down to the bottom to get to settings.
All right.
Okay, so now I'm in settings, and I am in settings for Chrome. I look in this upper corner here, there's Chrome. Those are the settings I'm in. It says it up in the address bar as well, Chrome settings. Let me move this little bar here. All right, so now we were talking about, I believe it said go to privacy and security. If I can't remember, because that's in a different window, although it's right here in a, oh, no, wrong tab. I was thinking I had it in my other tab there. If I can't remember where it said, I can dig around in privacy and security, which is always good. But I can just go here, and again, I can do the same thing and type in cookies. And then it comes up, oh, it's in privacy and security. Yep, I was right. So privacy and security, I could have clicked there. There's privacy and security. Here's my delete browsing data. Here's a privacy guide. Now here's third-party cookies. And it says to me, I have already blocked this. So I'm going to put the little arrow on the side, and it says third-party cookies. And it, again, gives me education on what does this mean. And I can allow third-party cookies. I don't want that, ever. I always block third-party cookies. And it tells me what about it. It gives me greater information. And then there's advanced. Set a do not track request with your browsing traffic. I've got that on. So I get very little junk coming through my computer. I get where I'm going and where I want to be, and that's it. Now, sites allowed to use third-party cookies. I can allow a site that says you can't come here unless you allow third-party cookies, and I have to go in there. And it's for, I don't know, I can remember back when it was for being unemployed and having to go through the state employment website, and then they used some other company that created this program that you had to do your searches through and whatever. And so you had to allow it. You had to, if I wanted to collect unemployment, that wasn't like oh, I'm shopping for a bra. I'm collecting unemployment. Here we go. So I have to allow it. So at that juncture right there, and I'm going to go back to it so you can see it. It says, let me move this over. It says sites allowed to use third-party cookies, and I have to add a site that I'm going to type in the website. So let's just say, let's pick this one, Malwarebytes. And all I would do is I would have that page open, copy it, go back over to my settings. I would go right here and I would paste it. So I don't have to type in anything. I've got, okay, I'm allowing this particular site to have third-party cookies, okay? And this is the whole website just because I copied and pasted it. There it is. I could also get rid of this particular article part of it, and I could just go, okay, I'm just going to say anything from Malwarebytes. I allow third-party cookies. Getting rid of the article that I happen to be in and just say, okay, I'm going to add this one. And that means that I'm allowed that particular one. I'm going to cancel that because I'm not. But if I had to allow a site to do that, that's where I have the opportunity to do it. And now, oftentimes, when you are navigating on a website that requires it, oftentimes it's going to say, you've got third-party cookies blocked, or you've got something blocked. You need to go to settings and fix that and allow us. So you do what I showed you. You take the website where you are and you just copy and paste it into who you're going to allow into third-party settings.
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Does anybody not know how to hit your settings for cookies now?
Nope, I think I know. I have a question though.
Yep.
Not a question really, just I went, okay, copy and paste. That's the right click, right? That's where you right click that and to copy and, I mean, it sounded so simple, but I'm thinking, I haven't done it in a while, so that for me to, yeah, it's the right click, right?
Yep. So let's see if, so I'll go back to this. All
I
right.
know
So when I put my cursor up, I'm
Wait.
not sharing, am I?
Yeah, no.
Thank you. Let's go back, go to share. Okay. So when I am here, you can see my address bar, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
just
Okay.
can.
So when I put my cursor up there,
Uh-huh.
and I just clicked, all I did was, and it was a left click.
Uh-huh.
I actually use my keyboard settings rather
Okay.
than my right clicks. With keyboard, all I had to do was click on it, and then I hit, because I'm on a Microsoft, it's different on a Mac. I'm gonna hit Control C,
Right.
same
Okay.
time. That copies it. And then if I want to go somewhere else, like I open up a brand new page here, you can see the Google Sunset, right?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Okay. I put my cursor up here and I put Control V. It types the whole thing in.
Okay.
And so it goes right. So now I've got this open two places, Apple Fix, Apple Fix. I Controlled C and Control V. Now, if I want to do it differently, let's get rid of that. And let's say that, so I go to this website and I right click, then it brings me that drop down menu. I go to copy. Notice that there's the keyboard cheat right there. Control
Okay.
C, right?
Right.
So, and it, to me, it saves a step. Like now I have to navigate down here and I have to do copy. Then I open up another one. And then if I right click here, then I have to open up that and I have to go to paste, which there it is, Control V, and I paste. That to me is an extra step that's unnecessary. That's why I use the keyboard cheats.
I'm glad I asked.
Yeah, I'm
because-
glad you asked too.
Yeah, I've used the right click more often and it's been a long time since I've really done that. And I saw you do it so quickly. I'm like, wait a minute, there's something I need to ask.
I love it. I love it. All right. So we touched a little bit on cookies and how to tighten that up.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So is this the same pathway on phone? You go to the browser.
You're
use
breaking
three
up big
dots
time.
and do that.
You're
Phone.
you're breaking up, Carlene. Are you driving?
Oh, but you're breaking up. Yes, I am, but okay. So you didn't hear me. Can you hear
No.
me? Oh.
No.
I'll just talk to you. I'll send to the
Email me.
I'll tell you what I'll do.
Okay. I think she's going to email me and we'll do it next time. Any other questions?
I gotta run along. Thank you,
Okay.
Betsy. I'll see you next time, okay?
All righty. What are we going to talk about next time?
Oh, I don't know. Something will pop up, I'm sure of that. Okay. All right. Have a good
You
day.
too.
Bye-bye.
Anybody have any burning questions? We didn't really get into the latest scam, so I think that that's probably what we'll do.
Okay.
Because there's some biggies. I'm gonna send you the articles that for the ones that are happening like right now that are pretty critical.
Okay.
And then we'll delve into them next week. Terry?
I just wanted to thank you. I really was embarrassed with the whole situation. And if I think I hadn't known you and some of the things you
I
taught us,
appreciate it.
I would have not just let the money come out of my bank account for 2 months, for a month before I noticed it, but I wouldn't have gotten out of the whole thing.
I'm really happy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
good.
thanks. Thanks,
good.
Betsy. I always get a tip. There's always something, and I feel like I'm underwater always, but
Aw.
get a breath.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Oh, Carlene came back. Do you have better service? Nope.
All right.
All righty.